Thanks for visiting us again. Today's topic is a financial one. Investing in the dangerous world of crypto decentralized finance projects that have smart contracts. In 2021, the decentralized finance, Defi, market saw a surge in popularity, with many new projects entering the space. However, some of these projects turned out to be scams or rug pulls, where the developers behind the project suddenly disappeared with all of the funds. Here are the top 10 DeFi crypto projects that rug pulled in 2022, some you may have heard of, in no particular order as these are too subjective to rank properly. 1. Universe Money. This DeFi project promised high returns for users who participated in its NFT farming activities. However, the team behind Universe Money, mainly a person who went by the moniker Cativerse, suddenly disappeared, pulling the plug and stealing all of the funds investors locked into the contract. 2. Pizza Tower. This project, which was similar to Baked Beans, claimed to offer a platform for users to earn high returns through a passive ROI pseudo-play-to-earn (P2E) game. However, the smart contract used allowed for investors to drain the contract balance. Later, the dev team created a Pizza Tower too, but this time they designed the smart contract code to allow him to rug pull all of the funds early on. 3. Baked Beans. This DeFi project launched with a lot of hype and quickly gained a large following. However, it suffered from a number of technical issues, including a smart contract flaw that resulted in the loss of return on investment in as little as 4 weeks if one did not join early on. The team behind Baked Beans used BNB miners, market eggs, inflationary mechanism that literally devalued each investor account's ROI percentage over a short period, eventually leading to the collapse of the project. They have since created a sequel, Baked Beans 2, which has yet to be seen whether it will die or not, as of this writing. 4. Matic Staker. This DeFi project promised to offer a bank-like CD type of accounts for investing into locked periods. It was the first of its kind on the Polygon Matic blockchain and the most popular ROI dApp. However, due to its Ponzi scheme nature, the project soon was drained of its balance when the first investors dumped all they had after the first product had expired its locked period. Plenty of other copycat forks, based on its code, had made their way to other blockchains and could not repeat the success claims that Matic Staker had. 5. WC Miner. This DeFi project promised high returns for users who participated in its miner yield farming activities. However, the team behind WC Miner admitted their code allowed for a Ponzi drainage of the smart contract balance, wiping out funds from investors who didn't pull out in time. 6. Matic Kingdom. This DeFi project promised to offer a platform for users to earn high returns through its modified forking of Pizza Tower's code. There were other blockchain versions made like BNB Kingdom, etc. And even others that weren't forked by the original forking team. The scam fix was uncovered when massive draining occurred to the contract balance, and the team behind the original project let it die into oblivion. 7. Axie Infinity. This DeFi P2E game was one of, if not the first, actual P2E games created by a real company. It had gained a major following since its inception. However, it suffered from a number of technical issues, hacks, and mismanagement and empty promises by the dev team, resulting in massive loss of both the Axie and SLP reward tokens prices, losing over 99% of its peak value, which resulted in the loss of millions of dollars not only for players but for the company as well. On the 23rd of March 2022, hackers compromised the Ronin network, stealing approximately $620 million in Ether and USDC. 8. Time Wonderland. This DeFi project was a fork-off of Olympus DAO, and had a rebasing mechanism that didn't require compounding. It promised massively thousands of percentages of APY, and the price of time even reached the $10,000 mark. However, it quickly faded as the price dropped all the way down below $6 per token after a few months. It was also later revealed that the team behind Wonderland had a criminal, or two, on its team, who stole millions of dollars from investors. When the scam was uncovered, the mouthpiece for the project, Daniele Sestigali, had distanced himself from the founder of Wonderland, Shifu, aka Michael Patron, who is still wanted by the government. 9. PokerDogs. This DeFi project promised to offer a Texas Hold'em-style poker P2E platform for users to earn NFT rewards. There has been little talk about poker pro Scotty Nguyen's involvement in the brand, but he is nowhere to be found discussing this project. For that reason, the NFTs are now considered worthless and a loss of funds for investors, and the dev team is nowhere to be found as they've stopped all communication since July 2022. And lastly, 10. Roasted beef. This Defi project promised 10% daily returns for users who participated in its baked beans like ROI activities. However, the contract was drained due to the dev team stealing the investors' money every day, eventually making it impossible to get 100% ROI out of the returns in the few months that it lasted. In conclusion, the DeFi market saw a number of projects that rug pulled in 2022, leading to the loss of millions of dollars for investors. It is important for users to carefully research and vet any DeFi project before investing their funds. Thanks for watching. Do you agree or disagree with the items listed in this video? Comment below with your thoughts, and don't forget to hit subscribe, give it a like and click that notification bell for more content like this. See you next time.